Dean, thanks for joining us on PTV after the loss in Balfours Showdown 31. How much of the change of coach that Adelaide went through in the early part of the week, does that affect anything of what we do in terms of our preparation?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. We can't control what happens. All you can control is, your mindset and how you attack the footy and the desperation that you want to show. So, for me, that's got nothing to do with it.
Obviously, it changes the Adelaide players' mindset to a certain degree in terms of having a different person giving instructions and a different, perhaps, emphasis on what they're instructed to do on the field. Did you notice anything different about the way they went about their football this week as opposed to how they have been going about it previously?
Probably went through the corridor a little bit more. Didn't switch the ball as much as they brought it back through the middle. That was the only thing that really stood out to me.
With the skill errors that we executed, particularly when we were switching the ball back through the middle, how much of that is mental and how much of it is just execution on the night?
Right now, it's everything you see is mental. The players are shot. Their confidence is eroded. There was plenty of times tonight we probably had 3 12-point turnarounds when we were coming at them in the third quarter. And it just kills you. You end up running more than the opposition. You look more fatigued because you're working doubly hard because you turn the ball over and then which makes it even more difficult.
And with that erosion of confidence and that extra fatigue that comes through, how much of it is going to affect what we do for the remaining 5 weeks of the year? Obviously, we know that Hamish is going to go in and have his shoulder operated on, so he's right for the pre-season of 2012 at a certain time in the future. How much of G'ing up the blokes can you actually do in terms of for the remaining 5 weeks of the year?
Oh, look, it's not about G'ing up. It's a bit of a carnage tonight in the medical room. We've probably got 5 guys that won't play next week, which makes it all the more difficult. So it's going to be really juggling act for the next 5 games, I think it is.
Losing players like Schultz and Trengove, and particularly your taller players, really does affect your structure in terms of how you set up on the field. What do you imagine we will do for next week against the reigning premiers and a side that is currently top of the ladder, Collingwood?
Oh, well, to be honest, you don't even think about Collingwood until probably late tomorrow afternoon. There's so much more to look at and go through and to dissect and that sort of stuff. So, we wouldn't even be thinking about that yet.
Dean, thanks for your time.
No worries, Tom.